can the R2 be the savior that Rivian needs? Because the company is suffering losses, and I guess it's understandable considering that it's a startup and they need to put a lot of money into it, and getting returns will take time. And plus, all the tariffs and taxes and all that stuff. But yeah, the R2 needs to be successful for the company to become mainstream. And from what I know about the car, I honestly feel like this could be it. I mean, the car's coming out in 2026, and when you compare it to the R1, the basic design of the Rivian does stay the same. It looks pretty much like the R1, which is people love. People love that boxy design. That was really appealing, and the squarish boxy design. And the price, well, apparently the price is getting much cheaper. I mean, the R2 is gonna be starting at $45,000, I think. Now, that price, considering what the vehicle looks like and the capability it has, it honestly feels like a great product. And that's kind of the sweet spot for EVs right now. I mean, the R1, as good as it was priced too highly, and understandably, because it was a startup and it's going to be difficult for them to price it cheaper. But this one, it feels like it's priced right, and it looks like it's going to have all the main stuff that the Rivians have in terms of features and all that. And I feel like this could be a huge hit at that starting price point. Now, there is one small thing I am a little concerned about, with the fact that it's gonna have options for 3 motors overall. The base is gonna be a rear-wheel drive single motor, which is gonna be the $45,000 car, understandably. Then there's gonna be a 2-motor all-wheel drive and a 3-motor all-wheel drive, and that's all great. But I am curious about how much power can the base single motor rear-wheel drive car actually make, because I mean, this is a decently big car. It's smaller than the original R1. This is part of why the price is cheaper. And the R1S, it's cheaper than that because it's smaller. But the motor, I am concerned about how much power output it's gonna have. I mean, I feel like this thing needs to have a minimum of, now personally I feel like it needs to have a minimum of 400 horsepower, because you need the power figures to excite people. And I don't know if a single motor can do that, but the Rivian single motors can do that. I suppose they could, but wouldn't that drive up the cost if they make a motor that powerful? And it is really cheap, so I am curious about what the motor is actually gonna be. Now, I'm assuming it's probably gonna be a 300 horsepower motor or something, and I guess that could be okay. But feel like since it's a startup and you need a lot of stuff going for you, and the instant torque and all that is a big deal when people look at EVs. I mean, it's an EV. There's no internal combustion engine for people to get excited about. So it needs quick acceleration. And 300 horsepower, I feel like it might be a bit too low considering the size of the car. I mean, with the batteries and the shape of the car, I don't know. Maybe it'll work, but I feel like it should need 400 horsepower. And I'm not sure if the base model can deliver 400 horsepower. Now, maybe they do. Maybe they decide to somehow manage to put it in and eat up the cost or something. But yeah, we have to wait and see about that. And one other thing I would like to see is a good increase in range, because this is the second Rivian product, and it's been a while since the first Rivians came out, and I feel like we need more range from the batteries. And the range is one of the big issues with the EVs. And I'm not sure what the range figures is either, so that's also concerning. But I feel like you should get a minimum of 50 miles range increase hopefully 100 miles increase, but I guess that's a bit of a stretch. But I'm saying that because it's a single motor. The base model, if it's a single motor, I guess it shouldn't need that much battery power. So I guess it should be able to put out more range if the horsepower isn't too high. Now, if it's 300 horsepower, I think you need to get a lot of range to balance out the desire for that car. If it's 400, then yeah, it's understandable. But yeah, these are the two things that I honestly am a bit concerned about for the price point and because of the motors. But we have to wait and see. And honestly, I like the car. Now, as long as the car's good, it has good range and enough power. I like EVs as a daily driver. Well, there is the whole thing about how long the batteries will last with these cars and the resale value and all that stuff. But I don't know what Rivian's going to be doing about that. The car isn't officially out yet, so maybe they'll give a lifetime warranty on the battery or something, and that would be awesome. If that they manage to do that, then this car would be incredible. Now I don't know if the original Rivians have a warranty like that, but if this one does have it, it'll be awesome. And that's one of the main issues people have with the manufacturers when it comes to EVs. The warranty of the batteries, how long the batteries will last, because you're gonna own the car for a few years and then you're gonna want to be trading it in for a new one, and you want to get as much money out of the old car as possible. And if the battery needs to be replaced, because since the batteries are really expensive, that could eat into the resale value of the car, and that is a problem a lot of people have when they're thinking about buying EVs. And if Rivian provides a lifetime warranty, that's awesome, and they could become a true competitor in the EV space. In that, especially with that price point, the price point is good for what Rivian is looking to offer the car. So yeah, I'm honestly excited about that car, and let's wait and see what happens with it, I guess.